SUV TV broadcast of the Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic is brought to you by Atlanta Tip-Off Club, Nike, Ruth Nathans, Dribble Bridge, the Oaks Course, and CBA Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third annual Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic. Game number 8 on your docket is the finale between the host Norcross Blue Devils and the visiting Tucker Tigers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Matt Mahoney alongside our broadcast partner, Mark Edwards. Will be joined by Hawks-Naismith momentarily. Mark, we've got one game left here. There's a lot of energy in this building here as another 7A powerhouse is going to prove that they're one of the best teams in the state of Georgia in the Norcross Blue Devils.
I agree. This is going to be a high-level game here.
Are we on the air?
Yeah,
we are now, Horace.
Okay, we're on the air, baby. I love it.
I told you we'd be joined by Horace momentarily, and there he is right there.
Horace is a Norcross booster. You know, he was just down with the jersey ceremony.
That's my guy, man. Tony's my guy.
You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be pro Norcross all game long. Just let everybody know.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? I won't hold it against him because I know he's still in Parkville.
I do have a little bias, but I can be very unbiased at the same time.
I agree.
So tonight we're going to see these two teams do battle here. I don't know if it's an encore performance of what we just witnessed between McCreachin and Grayson. Grayson really flexing their 7A muscles. I know Norcross isn't playing Grayson or McCreachin on the hardwood tonight. But from a smoke standpoint, do you see Norcross trying to prove a point here tonight?
Well, they would need to. One of the things that Norcross has not done early in the season is play with intensity throughout the entire game. What does Tucker do? Play with intensity throughout the entire game. So if they're able to impress their will on Norcross, this is going to be a long night for them. Norcross has the talent, though, to win this game.
Mark, for you, looking at Tucker, X's and O's standpoint, what's the key to the game for them?
Making outside shots. You know, that's been the theme lately in this year's high school basketball scene. Guys making shots. The state of Georgia has some of the more athletic kids in the country. You know, so it's going to be tough to finish in the lane. You know, they're going to have to make some outside shots. They have to prove that they have the shooters, and they do.
Horace, I'll let you put your Blue Devil hat on. Who's the guy you're looking to focus on here in this contest that's got to play well for the Blue Devils to win?
Quincy, I can't pronounce his last name. I think he's a key to this game. You expect what Josh Teller does every night. He's going to rebound, he's going to defend, he's going to block shots. JT is probably talent-wise the best player on the floor, but I think Quincy's a key for them to win this game tonight.
I'm going to take a stab at it. Ademikoya.
Is that what it is?
I'm going to go with that.
I'm going to say Quincy A.
I'm cool with that, too, as well. Mark, for you, who's going to play well for Tucker tonight if they're going to come out victorious?
Jamonte Hill. I've seen a lot of him over the past few years. I'm still waiting to see him have that marquee performance that, for me, every kid in the state of Georgia, if you're going to be considered one of the elite players, you got to have that marquee performance against an elite-level team. So this is it.
Don't sleep on Fats. Terrence Williams, number 1 for Tucker. He's having one heck of a early season. Number 1, they call him Fats. You know, when you have a nickname, you got a little game.
Skinny kid named Fats. All right, we're going to see. Show me something.
Jamonte Hill got everybody's attention in the pregame. Nice little windmill dunk. I know it's pregame, but at least he's got eyeballs on him. He'll step inside the center circle and go toe-to-toe with Josh Taylor. 6'8" versus 6'5" here as we get the nightcap underway here as Tucker controls the tip. They'll be in the black uniforms going right to left in this first half. Meanwhile, the hometown, the Blue Devils, will go into white, going left to right. Barryon with the basketball through a screen between the circles. Jumps it off to the left side to Hill. Hill puts the ball on the floor with the green cleats on. The green shoes on there. Kicks out to the right side. Barryon 3, no good. The rebound comes back the other way for Taylor. Taylor dishes out to Thor. Thor all the way into the lane. Two-handed slam dunk right down Broadway.
Oh, my.
Good.
JT's got the goods, man. He's got the goods. He's got to put it all together, man. That's an elite-level player.
JT Thor, 6'10" in his senior season, 4-star prospect right down the middle. Here come the Blue Devils again. Right wing, 3-ball. Eskridge, no good. Long rebound, a tip for Taylor that comes back out to the Blue Devils' control. Jason McMillan from the sideline screams out the play. Harris up top, goes through a screen, left side, dumps it off in the corner for Thor. Thor puts it on the floor, 6'10", back at it again.
Good.
And now...
idea was there, but didn't connect.
Amidoko had a good look downside, but found the baseline and a turnover.
He's got to step into that pass. Just kind of threw it.
Tucker down 2-0 with the basketball here. Second possession of this contest. Offensively for the Tigers. Through a screen is Edwards. Edwards off to the left side. Pritchett all the way in the corner for Hill. Streaking into the basket is Edwards.
Nice.
He'll drive in, use the glass, and count the bucket.
Using his offhand, I tell you, Fats, Terrence Williams has picked up a lot of high major interest over the last month or so.
Tucker 12-0 on the season, looking to stake that undefeated claim. Thor
my.
fakes left, goes right all the way to the rack, no bucket, but he'll get the whistle and go to the line for two.
Tell you what, when that kid puts together a full game in terms of his intensity, in terms of his constant moving without the ball, in terms of his hard work, he's going to be tough to deal with, man. That's a big-time play right there.
Yeah, Thor sinks the first, is on the way with the second here. And would you say, maybe not the knock on him, but the ability to improve in his game is that playing the full 32 minutes here in high school basketball?
Full 32. Got to play hard all the time. He's got the physical tools to be as good as he wants to be, but he's got to do it all the time.
He'll sink both free throws and has Norcross on top 4-2. Left wing for Edwards. Edwards drives in the paint, kicks out through a teammate's hand, and ends up in the Norcross bench in a turnover in favor of the Blue Devils.
Can't jump in the air and make those passes. Something we talk about on a regular basis. You got to see 2 plays ahead. You got to know when I get to that spot, that guy's going to be open, that guy's going to react, that pass is open.
And I apologize. I got to correct myself. I've been saying Terrence Williams. I meant to say Terrence Edwards.
Terrence Edwards, here we're number 1 in black for Tucker. Ball motion left side, 3 ball on the way, no good for Norcross. Off the rim and a rebound for Terrence Edwards as he pushes the floor the other way. Right wing, catch and shoot. Pritchett for 3, rimmed out, no good, and a one-handed rebound by Josh Taylor.
The guy that you work out?
Nah,
is that his name?
Terrence Ross.
Oh, my bad, Terrence Ross.
You're not supposed to be giving away who I work out, man. I don't search for clout online. I don't talk about who I work out.
You're one of the gurus, man. Let's keep it what it is.
I just do what I do, man.
Mark Edwards, one of the better trainers we've seen across the country.
25 years, no air balls.
Certainly glad to have you guys here on SUV TV here. Here's Tucker on the offensive side. Taken away. Quincy pulls it up the floor. He'll stop in the left wing. Shakes into the right hand. Loses the basketball. Tries to get it back. It'll be the last touch by Blue Devils, and it'll come back for Tucker.
This kid's going to have to realize, even watching the previous game, the referees are not going to call those ticky-tack fouls. They're not going to call them. So they're going to have to play through those fouls the same way they got to play through them in AAU.
Yeah, in a normal situation, that might have been a foul.
Crossover off the glass is good there for
But
Edwards.
it wasn't enough.
Did he call that? Did he call that off the glass?
I didn't hear it from up here.
No need to. He's starting to get warmed up.
All right, let's see.
Driving in the paint. Left-handed scoop is good for Jaden Harris.
Jaden Harris is like my nephew. His dad and I came up playing ball back in the days. So I've been watching him grow for some years now. He's a combo guy playing the point. So, he's a glue guy for them as well. He's got to do the small things to make sure they win.
Get it back. There
Norcross in the half court. Left wing, 3 ball. Too long, no good. And a challenge there by Taylor, but he can't come away with it.
Good sequence, though. Good sequence.
Tucker down 2 as the Boo Birds are out here at the House of Blues. Tucker, Hill drives in. Nowhere near the basket, but he'll get the foul and go to the line for 2.
JT Thorne's got to figure out that basically Jamontre Hill is not trying to take a lot of jump shots. So just back up and wall up. Just back up. Back up. He's going to come right to you. He's going to bring that ball right to your hands.
Well, I tell you what, the frustrating thing, if I'm a player, you call that, but you didn't call the contact down here on Quincy.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that frustrates some players.
Well, it's crazy because you get a couple referees calling it one way and one referee calling it another way on the other side of the court, so you never know.
Because I'm not sure that was much contact.
As soon as you get a foul, they're going to rotate, so you're back on the bad side of that, too, as well. So it's not like you can keep it going for you in the quarter. Hill sinks both 3 throws, and we got a tie ball game at 6-6.
It's time for a Josh Taylor sighting.
This is Harris. Through a screen between the circles. Picks up his dribble, looks for a streaking Thor, can't connect. Turnover, Tucker, 3 on none. They give it up.
Upstairs.
Hill all the way to the racket. Right hand dunk. Hill's feeling it with a smile back down his face. All the way to the other side.
Back at you. Right back at you.
Thor with a left-handed dunk.
That was an and one.
What you can do, I can
that
do
was an
better.
and one.
We're tied at 8, back and forth. We're just getting warmed up here in the first quarter.
JT Thor seems to be a little underrated on a national scene.
Underrated, I always like to say this.
Underappreciated.
Whose ratings are you looking at? I like my own ratings.
There's an opportunity with another dunk there by McCoy.
You're a national guy, so I mean you do see a lot of the kids, a lot of top kids around the country. So I mean, yeah.
I need to see Quincy do more of that.
Yeah, be aggressive.
He's athletic. He doesn't really show it because he's such a good shooter. I need to see more of that out of him when he attacks the basket.
Well, you know, plays are contagious. So, I mean, with JT going in there, taking down dunks like he's doing, I mean, if you're Quincy, you go in there and finger roll, they're like, wait a minute. One of these kids is doing his own thing. Get him out of there.
Are we talking about the New York Knicks?
Let's not talk about my New York Knicks, my New York Knickerbockers.
Oh, no.
Okay.
We're talking about the finger roll. What are we talking about? Patrick Ewing, Charles Smith? Which one are we talking about?
The finger,
Scoop shot no good by Barron, but he gets it back on a steal.
Those are sensitive plays we're talking about, man.
Tucker down 2 with the leather. Left wing, 3-ball for Barron.
That's their Achilles heel.
Short, no good. Tigers petition to keep it.
I think
They're going
the
to change
Southpaws
possession.
got a chance to be pretty good, man. Tough player, handles the ball well, has got good vision, runs the team.
They're hanging from the rafters here at the House of Blues. Blue Devils lead by 2 with the leather. 3:05 remaining in the opening frame. 3-ball for Quincy, right through.
That's my man. Come on, Quincy. Got to knock him down.
That's what makes him, to me, a possible high major recruit. The fact that he can do a pin-down movement and knock down that wide-open shot.
Off the dribble, Hill.
Yeah,
long 18-footer. That's high off the glass. Didn't even hit the square.
I don't know what that. I mean,
lucky to get glass.
Where they do that at? I don't know.
That's it high off the glass.
Yeah, I mean, top of the world off the glass.
15-foot jumper by Josh Taylor. The 6'8 senior likes it.
We got a Josh Taylor sighting.
Norcross will have its largest lead at 7.
By the way, Quincy A is signed with Temple.
He signed with Temple.
Yes.
We saw a guy that ink has dried earlier versus Grayson here tonight with Caleb Murphy. I'm sure South Florida down there in Tampa, they are glad that ink has dried after watching his performance here tonight.
Ecstatic. I mean,
yeah, they stole something.
Good.
They stole something.
They stole some soul.
That's another one of those kids I say, how did they let him get out of the States?
Well, you know, when I look at a kid like Caleb, I look at a kid that you can coach him through dribbling too much. And anytime you talk about that kid, that's really the only thing someone would say. He dribbles too much. You can coach a kid through that.
I'm a fan now. Let Caleb Murphy know. Mark Edwards is a fan.
You hear that, Caleb?
I'm a fan, bro. Prove it to me.
Big. It's hard to get Mark to change his mind.
I don't like a lot of people. Yeah, it's hard to get me to change my mind. I'm like, yeah, he all right. Nah, Caleb is special.
Tucker, after the timeout there, gets possession. A good look for David Patterson, gets his first buckets of the game, and the deficit's cut to 5. Norcross in their first rotation now, comes off the bench, and the point guard and Will Campbell. Off to the right side, tough pass but caught. Taylor now hands it off. Quincy A, back to the point guard and Campbell. Campbell almost had it taken away but gets it back. 12 to shoot, drives in, back foot slid, gets it to Thor. Thor back to Campbell. Campbell right of the lane.
Good
wide open, far
like
side.
this.
Eskridge,
like
4-3, short, no good. And a tough rebound for Tucker.
Good ball movement on that sequence.
Perry on to the right side, hands it off to Terrence Edwards, 6'6" senior. Edwards drives in, hesitates, spins, run into traffic. Into the far corner, kick out, near corner. One dribble, spot up, lefty three, no good. And the rebound comes away for Taylor. Blue Devils race back the other way, 3v3. Right wing, 3-ball, Quincy A, he got it. Back-to-back three-pointers for number 23 in a white shirt.
Good basketball by Kayvon Eskridge. Recognizing that Quincy just hit one. Hey, let's feed him again. Let's see if he can knock another one down.
A little bit more than a minute remaining in this opening frame.
I like this Norcross team. This is the kind of team that can go really far. They're unselfish. They're looking for each other. Everybody that gets the rebound, they're able to push the ball, take 2 dribbles and make the pass. I like what I'm seeing.
Thor launches a 3. It's no good. We'll get to that comparison here in a little bit. Tucker.
They go Fats. This Fats. Skinny Fats.
Terrence Edwards.
Barry on left side. Edwards Pump fakes, shoots it up. 3 ball, left it long, no good. 30 seconds remaining on the game clock. It's about less than a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Driving it is Campbell. He loses it, and it goes off his thigh, and a turnover in favor of the Tigers.
Yeah, he's got to caress that ball with 2 hands once he gets into contact. He's being too cute on that play.
So the Tucker Tigers will hold for the last shot here in the opening frame.
If I'm Norcross, I'm sitting back. Why am I so far? I'm sitting back. They haven't hit a 3 yet.
Here comes Barrion. Barrion crosses over, left hand, spins in the lane.
No
Right
help
footed scoop
defense.
shot, no
Where's the
good.
help
5
defense?
seconds, got something to get it off here. Taylor streaking up the floor, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 ball, double clutch, Quincy A, no good. And that'll be your first quarter score here. 18-10 is your score. And it'll be Norcross leading by 8 here. First quarter, we learned anything about either one of these teams?
Tucker can't shoot. Norcross looks really good. I'm just playing.
Pretty
But
special.
Tucker,
Go ahead.
Tucker's really got it. Tucker's MO is being a hard-playing, hard-charging team. I hadn't seen that in the first quarter. They got to turn that up.
We had a very special presentation in between our last 2 games there. Forrest, you're a big part of that as Norcross, the administration and the community decided to retire Jody Meeks, his jersey here. It's hanging from, well, now it's on the wall, but eventually be on the rafters here. What is a young man like that, dating back 15 years ago, and his impact that he's made now in this community and this basketball?
Well, I tell you, whenever you're able to say a kid is a better person than he is a basketball player, that's saying a lot. As a parent, that's what I want to hear when people talk about my kids, and that's Jody. And he's a big part of the community. He's a big part of what we see now here at Norcross. I say we because, as Mark says, my kids played here. So, yes, I am biased towards Norcross, and he's a big piece of that, and I love seeing him around.
God.
But the character part is interesting that he says, because we're talking about Jody Meeks, not a guy that just gets a scholarship offer and goes and gets a degree. The fact that he was an All-American at Kentucky, broke the single game scoring record, and then goes on to a 10-year career in the NBA. To be continued on that, too, by the way.
To be continued, yes.
He's sitting around waiting for a phone call, and I got a feeling it's going to buzz here in a little bit. As Norcross start the second quarter, they turn it over. Up 8, Tucker trying to spark something on the comeback. Barrion between the circles. Shovels it off to Edwards. Edwards through a screen. Draws 2 defenders, hesitates, and that goes into the lane. Awkward left-footed shot, but throws it off the square and it goes to the circle. Tigers cut the deficit to 6. Right side for Campbell. Campbell.
Good pass. Got to come up with that one.
All the way in the lane, down the way Hill. Hill turned it over. Campbell comes away with it. Campbell racing up the floor. 3v3. Stops at the free throw line. Kicks out to Thor. Thor right back to Campbell. Campbell between the circles. Pointing at the defense there.
I tell you what, Norcross is showing so much more patience tonight than the last time I saw them play.
Long 3 ball. Campbell gets into the scoring sheet there with a 3 ball on the left wing.
Nice shot.
I tell you what, Tucker's in trouble if he's knocking those down.
Yeah.
Tucker, left side of the floor. Edwards, 6'6" senior. He'll let a 3 ball go. Leaves it short, no good. Cleaning up the glass is Taylor. Taylor couldn't hold on to it, and somehow ending up with the basketball is Edwards. Now he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 2 wrongs don't make it right there for Josh Taylor.
This is really my first time getting a hard look at Josh Taylor. He's going to need to play a little bit more intensity for me. You want to get on my like list, you got to play a little bit harder. He's losing loose balls. Those are gimme plays. Those are automatic plays. He's going to play. He signed with Georgia, isn't he?
He's a Georgia signee. I think he put a little too much sauce in that rebound.
I think he put too much butter on his popcorn and slipping out his hands like that. I don't know what's going on.
Now, but he actually has had a really, really good season. Probably has been the most consistent player in the team. Georgia's getting a good one in him. I think his better years are ahead of him.
Edwards knocks down a pair of free throws. His first 2 of the contest. He now has 4 points on the night. Here's Campbell, the only reserve to step onto the court here in this first half. It's been mostly the starters sticking to the floor. Thor, 16-footer, went 17. Edwards comes back the other way. Tucker trying to climb back into this contest. They find themselves down a touchdown. Loose ball scooped up by Campbell. 3-on-1. Campbell
Decision-making time.
behind the back pass and a slam dunk there by Eskridge.
Nice decision by Campbell. I like that.
Nice play. He was under control.
Point guards sometimes don't understand showtime. That was a showtime play right there.
Yes.
2:53 remaining here. Spin move into the lane. Way too strong with the left hand. Goes Barry on. It's a break for Norcross. Wide open. Campbell feeling it. 4-3. No good. Offensive rebound by Thor. Counted in the foul. JT Thor, 6'10", and used every inch of it there to put the ball in the basket. And the referee rewards him with a hustle with a foul and an extra free throw coming.
This Norcross team is going to be a tough win.
If they can figure out how to differentiate between what I want and what we want.
Well, they're playing pretty unselfish this game.
They are. They
might be the premier team
talent-wise,
in the state. Yeah.
top to bottom, they're the best team.
All
top
right,
to bottom.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into this. So we just saw Grayson play one of the best games they've played in a couple of years and stomp out McEachern by a final score of 83-57. All three of those teams are vying for that 7A state title. I know I've only seen a quarter of basketball here with Norcross, but compare the three for me right now sitting in this chair. I'll let you go first, Mark. We know what Horace is going to say.
I mean, he's a Norcross booster, of course. Grayson right now might. Whoa, that was not a goaltending.
I don't think
that
doing,
was
Ref?
I don't
So the
referee
see that.
So we're going to see the replay here.
Replay, let's see it.
I think the foul comes, no doubt, but Thor grabs this ball out of the air, and the question is the ball on its way down or is it on its way up?
Oh, that's going
it's
straight
right there.
up.
It is right there at the
That's
top.
going straight up.
Close.
Short ref with the short shirt. Come on. Little fella. Come on, little fella.
I tell you what, 7A is rough.
Yeah, it's
you
going to
look
be rough.
at Norcross, Grayson, McEachern. People sleep on Langston Hughes. Yeah, they lost one the other night, but Langston Hughes is tough. You can't sleep on East Coweta. They're tough. Wheeler is tough. Milton with all those pups they have,
I think
they're tough.
I think between Milton and Wheeler, that might be the four I would pick going for those Final Four spots. Once you get to the Final Four in Georgia, it's any man's game. There's no blowout.
And is it safe to say, nothing to take anything away from Grayson, but Grayson played above their heads today.
They played a
And
heck of a game
McEachern
tonight.
played poorly. There's no reason to doubt
I
that.
think they played the way their coach would hope they could play.
Up to their potential.
Yes.
Absolutely. So if Grayson, we saw their best performance tonight, is it something to say here we could see a little bit better team out of Norcross? Stepped out of bounds on the near sideline.
I tell you what.
Because you said it. If this Norcross team figures out to play together.
If Norcross is clicking, there's nobody beating them.
Yeah, they got too much
There's
length.
nobody's beating them.
They
got a
have-
kid
Thor's
that's
a
coming off the
problem.
bench.
Thor's a problem.
The
Harris is
point
a
guard.
problem. Taylor's a problem.
The point guard is pretty good.
You
Will
got
Campbell.
Cook coming off the bench, number 4,
Yeah.
who
He's
could
a-
knock down threes with the best
He's
of them.
possibly a top 25 kid in this class.
Yeah.
What is this referee saying?
28-19. The hometown Blue Devils putting a nice bow on this show. That's the third annual Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic. 8 games today, and we've had quite the finish.
They've done a real good job putting this event together, man.
I've been associated with this
Yeah.
event for 3 years now. This has been the best one by far.
Yeah, they've done
It
a
keeps
real
getting
good
better
job.
each year. It's awesome.
They're going to have to move it next year.
Well, they moving it to.
I don't know. If they
Nah,
get
I
some
like
of the
the
teams.
crowd, though.
I
I
do,
like
man.
the
They're hanging
energy
from
of
the
the crowd.
rafters.
I
agree.
I love this. I love
Come on,
this.
we talking
as
about
a
New Yorker,
urban
the
event.
Rucker. Come on,
Yeah,
King
it's packed
Towers.
to the,
Yeah,
okay.
we got to keep
We
it
can't
like
make
that.
this a money thing. Let's make it a. You mean you wasn't there? You
Come
missed
on,
it?
man. We got to make it a culture thing.
Yeah.
This is the culture thing right here.
Don't mess it up.
No. Good kick. I
He
like
gave
that.
up a layup for a 3. Got to reward him. Got to reward him.
In and out. Good shot. Good pass. I like that.
Tucker coming back down the other end of the floor. Down 8 with the letter. Inside 4 minutes remaining till halftime. Driving in the lane. Scoop shot with the right hand. No good. Taylor, easy rebound. All
Good
the way out to
pass.
Campbell. Back to
Trailer.
Taylor. Taylor, one hop to the basket. Too strong, no good. Back the other way. Barry on. Into Edwards. Edwards floater. It's no good. Big rebound for Thor. Thor up the floor. Finds Eskridge. Eskridge dumps
Good
it off.
pass. Right up top.
Taylor, scoop shot, no good on the reverse layup. Couldn't get it to go.
Taylor
Monte Hill wants to slow it down a little bit.
Struggling a little bit tonight. Got to finish those plays.
Heavy boos surrounding number 4 in a black shirt.
Not quite sure what that's
I don't know
about.
what
I was gonna. That's why I left it out there. Anybody know?
I have no
Not
idea.
sure what that's about.
He
Good defense.
could be a combination of, as much as we get lost in the atmosphere and the energies, that just could be the the Norcross student section down there, just doing for whatever reason. I don't think there's a Twitter battle there or anything like that. I don't think there's an underlying issue.
Booing is contagious.
Maybe they know Jamonte is their best player, the key player. That could be it.
Yeah. Inbound coming for Edwards. Out to Hill.
And I must say this, Norcross student section is not how it used to be.
Ooh. Challenging.
You remember that?
Challenging initiated.
That
No,
was
it's
a
not
foul.
with the blue crew.
It's not like it. They used to control the whole half of the court over here. Who made that? Short ref with the little shirt again? Come on,
You
man.
know, as a coach, I've coached, 20 plus years. The frustrating thing is the inconsistency of the calls.
Yes.
You could deal with consistently bad,
Yeah.
but you can't deal with inconsistency.
I mean, that
And
one
that's what
ref,
we're seeing.
the one ref making a call, he's short. He got a little shirt, ain't got no neck. He can't pivot to see the plays accurately. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody help that man with a neck implant, a neck transplant. So
Mark
he can
Edwards
see,
at his best.
see what he's doing. He's killing me right now.
Second free throw, no good by Jamonte Hill. Inside 3 minutes to play till halftime. Sounds like a referee might need a new shirt at halftime, too.
A new neck and a new shirt.
Thor doing work in the paint, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Quincy A. Quincy working hard, hands all over the place there, and it's all over Quincy, and he'll pick up a foul.
I used to always tell the referees, the best thing you can say to a coach when the coach is complaining to you, I missed the coach.
Yeah,
I
nothing
missed
wrong
the
with
coach.
honesty.
But dude didn't miss it. He could not see it. He has no neck. He doesn't even have. Does that shirt have a collar? He has no neck.
He got a mock neck on.
You can't. He's got a mock on. He got no neck. So he could not see the play. You can't blame that man. He has a little disability.
Thor post move inside, couldn't get it to go. Got an offensive tip, but can't get that one to go either. Hill comes racing back the other way.
Norcross is one on a scoring drought.
Couple of passes in the interior. Can't get a good look. Jesse McMillan wants a jump ball, and he says the possession error will favor his Blue Devils.
Jamonte Hill, what's going on with his recruiting, Horace?
I had thought he committed to Vanderbilt, but someone told me that was not the case. He's got some high major offers out there in the mix. Florida, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech. I think he's going to be obviously he's going to be a late signee at this point.
3 ball right wing. Too strong, no good. For Quincy A. Rebound out to Tigers. Tigers out and running. Coming back the other way is Edwards. Edwards high off the glass, no good. Offensive putback is no good either by Gideons.
There you go again. Neck with no ref with no neck.
One thing you got to realize too, right here in Georgia, they've had a lot of quality referees make it up to the NBA level.
Yeah, we have.
I hadn't seen recently over the last, say, 8 years to 10 years, the growth in the quality of refereeing relative to the quality of players. I hadn't seen it.
Good point. Because, I'm having this national discussion / argument with every state. The DMV, we're coming at them. Myself and David Dixon had a long conversation after one of the games just talking about the comparison between Georgia and, was it WCAC?
DC.
In the DMV? I mean, California, we already smacked them around, so, they don't really want this smoke. Because we're all about competition here. And to be honest, I'm not trying to really compare the cultures, in each state. I want to see events created for these kids so they can gain some kind of experience.
And
I want to see them travel, see these cities. Give them a free day to see the city. Take them around, bring them to Atlanta. Let us go to D.C. Let's have these kids have some kind of experiences outside of their norm. Okay, so they're running a weave 30 feet away from the basket. I'm confused.
All them Globetrotters in the house.
I guess. And then you took that
And they
shot.
got
And
into
Hill,
a 35
nothing but glass from 30
I'm
plus
so
feet out.
confused. He just totally threw me. And what is he saying to the coach? Coach, did you call that, Coach?
And Coach just went and sat down like it was the player's
Coach
choice.
Like, I'm confused. Coach is confused.
I think we're confused up here in the booth.
We're all confused.
A lot of confusion. Minute left till halftime. Maybe we'll all regroup there. 28-23 lead for Norcross. Campbell with the basketball. Inside to Taylor. Taylor all the way to the glass. Almost threw it down with 2 hands. We got a scrum for the basketball there. Another jump ball, and this one goes Tucker's way.
So they didn't call that foul.
That's exactly what Thor's talking about.
But they call those fouls.
To your friend right there.
With the necklace?
That's not a jewelry you can buy for the holiday season, is
But
it?
the crazy part about the calls they've made, it didn't really affect the play.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the if I'm Thor, that's the conversation I'm having. So Thor gets an extra halftime breather here with 49 seconds remaining on that
I'll
sub.
tell you what, Tucker's not playing a great game, but they're still in the game.
Down by 5 with the ball going into halftime here.
Just because they play hard.
Norcross has had a tough time scoring the ball the last 5 minutes of this game.
Tucker abandons the weave. They go with a long 18-footer and another air ball by a Tiger shooter.
I don't like that Jamontre Hill's on the ball as much as he is. That's not something he's going to be able to do in college.
Campbell drives in, kicks out to Yat. Yat knocks one down.
Sophomore is a problem.
6'8" sophomore.
Well, yeah, the 6'8" sophomore coming off the bench for Thor. 15 seconds, shot clock turned off. Should be the last possession of this first half.
That might have been like the second basket in the last 5 minutes of Norcross, right?
Yeah, they've hit a slump.
Drives in, absorbs the defense, kick out near corner, no good. Tip above and over the glass, and now it goes out toward Coach McMillan, and so does the horn. And that'll do it here in the first half. Norcross leads 31-23 here in first half action of our nightcap of the Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic. We'll take a break here as we turn things over to our Game Day Live set. We'll come back with second half action here on SUV TV's coverage of the Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic.
This SUV TV broadcast of the Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic is brought to you by Atlanta Tip-Off Club, Nike, Ruth Nathans, Dribble Bridge, the Oaks Course, and CBA Sports.
Tamara Brown with SUV TV at the CP3 Rising Stars campus.
SUV TV's 2019 NBA Draft Day coverage.
Anthony Edwards Collegiate Decision, presented by the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUV TV.
SUV TV brings the game to the audience.
You give a better focus on the actual game at hand. Sometimes you could tell it's just a running camera by itself sitting there, but with SUV TV, it's more of a personal experience.
Just the exposure, being able to see games that you normally wouldn't be able to see, not only here locally, but across the country.
Those angles make you pick up different things as a coach, as an evaluator. They're giving you great quality. Nobody talking in the background. I think it brings basketball to the forefront.
Whether it's a family member that lives in a different state, they can watch the game, or just bringing in more coverage for these players, or if it just allows us to raise more money for something like Susan G. Komen. And so I think this event has grown because you guys have been a part of it the whole entire time.
SUV TV has given a different light to kids that don't always get the best exposure.
The commentary that goes along with the games, I think, is always interesting.
Touchdown.
Oh, yes, sir. It brings something to the table that no other streaming aspect can bring, no matter how hard they try right now.
Dayton Avian Williamson
at the buzzer.
That is how you get the Peachtree Corners Invitational started. And that will do it. Thanks for joining us.
Add a little sugar, honeysuckle and a great
just get on the bread and you mix low and stay low. Right? Whatever you're doing now, make sure you sit down. Yeah, sit down, shoulders high. Now when you come off the bread, say you get to the point of contact when you're about to change, that's how low you need to be. Boom, and then you're gone.
These are the makings of you.
We welcome you into the SUV TV halftime show. Alongside Coach Hawks-Naismith, I'm Luke Winstel. We thank you all for joining us. Horace, what have you thought so far in the Norcross-Tucker game here?
Well, I tell you, this has been the best I've seen Norcross play in a while in terms of sharing the ball and playing together as a team. That's the reason why they have that lead. At the same time, they spent the last 5 minutes kind of going through a scoring drought, keeping Tucker in the game. And we got to be careful, right, if you're Norcross, because Jamonte Hill and Terrence Edwards haven't had the best games, and they're still down 8 points.
Right.
So they're still in striking distance.
Yes. Now we have a lot of top talent in this game. Has anyone stood out to you in the first half?
Say again, I'm sorry?
Has any of the top talent here stood out to you in the first half of play?
Before I say anything, it's so crowded here. The noise is so phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
The energy is crazy. JT Thor has stood out. I think Quincy I can't pronounce his last name, so I won't try. I won't try.
Yep.
He's been very effective, and we're joined here by Jody Meeks.
What's up? What's up?
Jody, we thank you for joining us here on the SUV TV network. Congratulations, first off, on having your number retired. What was that experience like for you down in between games, getting honored by your community?
It's a great experience, man. Like I said down there, I never would have thought something like this would happen. So to be honored is definitely a tremendous experience for me and my family. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
Well, we have a great crowd here at Norcross playing in a huge tournament. You played a lot of games here at Norcross. Are there any memories or any games that you'll never forget that you played here?
I think one of them is the region tournament. A lot of them were packed just like it is tonight. Standing room only. And winning the state championship here. I know they have a lot now, but I was part of the first one. Along with Coach Horace's son Tony. That's one that I'll never forget too. At the Gwinnett Arena, just the whole city of Norcross came out and supported us.
Awesome. Well, Jody, on behalf of the SUV TV and Ruth Nathan's, we'd like to present you with a Ruth Nathan bow tie on your special
I appreciate
night.
that. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. But now here from this Norcross team, they've got a lot of talent as they have throughout the years. What have you seen from this team this year?
This is my first time seeing them, but they got a lot of talent. I know they got a couple guys that came in and I feel that void from some guys that they lost last year. But I'm looking forward to seeing them at practice, seeing how their work ethic is, and seeing how they turn out, because a lot of guys are talented, but I know Coach Mack will put them through the trenches and make sure they're all right for the next level.
Awesome, Jody. We thank you for joining us. Now we'll talk to Jody's AAU coach, Hawks-Naismith. Coach, what was it like watching Jody go all the way up through the AAU program and grow up as a young man and a basketball player?
Well, I tell you, I'm one of the few guys that have seen him since he was 11, 12 years old to where he is today. And I tell you, he made my job easy. He made me look good. And as a coach, you need players to win. I won because I had him on my team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any favorite stories or memories with Jody on your team?
I mean, the one that really stands out is when Jody started playing with us full-time at 15 and under. We were playing in the AAU Nationals. He ran over to me and said, "Coach, I'm tired." I said, "Jody, we need you in the game. Whenever you're tired, we'll call a timeout."
Awesome. Well, Jody, what was it like playing for Coach Naismith coming up in AAU?
Man, it was great, man. He gave me the green light. So coming in, like you said, 15 and under, I was still going back and forth from baseball. Probably look stupid now, but I made the right decision. So he turned on that offensive weapon to just say, hey, go out there, don't matter how many shots you miss, just take good shots, play hard, and then I'll live with the results. So I knew how to play the game, but on that level, playing the best competition in the nation, night in and night out, it really helped me peak at the right time.
What would you say is the biggest thing you learned from Coach Naismith?
Like I said, just the confidence to go out there and be even-keeled. He's always even-keeled and gives you confidence, but at the same time, he wants you to play hard. And after you do that, he'll live with the results. And he does that with all his players, not just myself, but it really helped me transpire into the offensive weapon.
Awesome, Jody. We thank you for your time. We appreciate having you here on the SUV TV network. And now back to the game action. I'm Luke Winstel. Thank you all for tuning in.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here inside the historic House of Blues here. Matt Mahoney alongside Mark Edwards. I'm not sure we're going to get Hawks-Naismith back. He found his boy Jody Meeks, and I think the reception and the party has started. It's just going to be you and me, Mark. You can handle that? And so Tucker starts things out in this second half with a dunk on the other end, and they've cut the deficit all the way to 6.
Yeah, that's a careless turnover. Can't have those.
Norcross with an answer right back inside is Jaden Harris.
Easy shoot.
And so, Marco, we're handed the first half stats there as, again, Norcross led at halftime 31-23. What's something that jumps out on the table there for you?
Before the game, I said, Tucker had to be able to shoot the ball because they're not a good shooting team. And right on cue, they're 0 for 13 in the first half from the three-point line.
And so Tucker trailing here is maybe as poorly as they've played. They're in this ball game. Thor with a rebound, sprinting the floor, dumps it off, back inside. Two-handed slam there for Quincy A.
Now that's basketball right there. That's good ball movement.
Oh.
Way to run the floor.
Horace is back. We were afraid we weren't going to get you back. You and Jody were going to start the party, and y'all are going to leave, and you're just going to leave us hanging. Glad to have you back there.
Oh, no, I got to come back, man, to the home team.
In all seriousness, a great moment there for you and him and giving us just a small light into that window. But when he's playing in the NBA and on that grind, traveling from city to city, how often do you get to talk to him and share stories?
Well, I tell you, his dad and I are really close. His dad and his wife, Margaret, and my wife. And go out to dinner. Showtime right there by JT. I like that by Quincy. Good pass. So we've been able to maintain our friendship over the years, built it on basketball, but it's more than that right now. And it's just always good to see kids who deserve good things to happen to them.
Sure,
and he's one of those kids.
Absolutely. We got a basketball game here, 10-point ball game, right hand all the way into the rack there is Eskridge, making now a 12-point addition for the Blue Devils. Tucker comes back the other way. Inside the arc is Barry on. Barry on with the right hand all the way into the rack, and it's good.
JT fell asleep on that help side.
He did. No one stepped up.
Scoring galore here to start this second half. 39-29, 10-point addition for Norcross. On to the left elbow for Eskridge. Eskridge kicks it out to the right side. Harris puts it on the floor. Stops at the free throw line, throws it to the bleachers.
Right there, Jaden has to stop and pop and shoot that 15-footer. He's got the ability to make those. He's got to stop and do that.
I think he's playing out of position. He's overthinking that position too much. Make the simple plays.
Norcross 10 turnovers in the first half to Tucker's 7. 3-ball near corner, no good for Tucker, and a rebound for Thor. He'll swallow that one up and move down the other end of the floor. Hill picks him up in midcourt. Crossover by Thor into the lane, had his pocket picked. Here's a run out. Hill all the way into the rack there, pressured and fouled. Count the bucket and the foul on the continuation there by Mr. Jelante Hill.
Tell you, if you're going to foul a kid, you cannot let him get it up and get that basket.
So Hill, 8 points in that first half, converted half of his points from the free throw line at 4 of 6, and he goes back to the free throw line again here in the second half. He's got 10. Can't make the 11.
I know why I missed. It's them shoes. What color is that? Mint? Is that mint green?
It's called sugar.
Good look down low and a conversion there for Taylor.
Let me see what he got on.
Them sugar mint shoes he got on.
That's light mint.
Fear of
That's
God.
light mint. Light mint.
Nike Fear of God. Them ain't no hoop shoes, bro. You can't hit free throws in those.
Oh, no, that's spearmint.
Spearmint?
Spearmint. I like that. Tucker with a timeout there, down by 10. 4:42 remaining here in this third quarter. 41-31, Norcross with a lead. Mark will jump inside that Norcross huddle at halftime. What's some of the adjustments if you're Jesse McMillan, or what are the things you're trying to improve on or continue to do in this second half?
Control the basketball. Let's not make these silly turnovers. I'm not happy with the bigs pushing the ball all the time. I think they got to have, a primary ball handler that can facilitate for these guys. I think that puts them out of position. They think they're comfortable, but it's not necessarily a good look. So I don't like to see JT Thor bringing the ball up. I don't think that's his best look.
Rebound for
Thor. Right now, give that pass up. Got to make it earlier.
Good kick. I like that.
On the right wing there. Harris drives in. He'll be tied up with a foul.
Wait, I think you see that more or less when Campbell is out on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Campbell is out on the floor, you see that less.
Yeah, I think they
as soon as they get the rebound, they're looking for him.
He's more of a pure point guard.
Yeah.
So Harris will go to the free throw line to shoot two. 6'3" junior guard for the Blue Devils. He sights, he shoots, and he misses.
I think he's going to have to stay on the line a little longer. He's shooting and
drifting
moving forward at the same time.
And he's got his hand on top of the ball like I taught him not to.
That was better. He stayed at the line on that shot.
Second one right through. 11-point lead for the Blue Devils. Led by as much as 12 in this contest and carried a 9-point lead into the halftime locker room. Tucker trying to chip away. Turnover, dribble it right out of bounds.
Make the pass.
So Harris picked it up.
Trying to dribble.
Puts it on the floor. Dribbles the length of the floor. Might have got fouled there. Right-hand scoop shot all the way in the rack. No good. A tip off his chest and out of bounds for Quincy A.
Got to make that pass up ahead.
I'm taking your wife.
11-point lead remaining for Norcross. Tucker with the basketball. Crossover for Hill. All the way to the block. Working on Thor. Up and under. Can't get it to go, but Thor will commit the foul. That's going to be Thor's third. Team's second here in the third quarter.
We got to see better team defense by Norcross. I'm not seeing them react as much as they should.
I mean, we're just hanging out with the man of the hour here.
I mean, this guy's walking over here.
He's got autographs. People just stopping us.
Come on, man. Can I get a little love?
Where's that going?
Can I get some SUV TV love?
Where's that going?
It's going somewhere in the house.
You
got to
frame
figure it
that.
out. I got to frame this one.
Yeah,
54 points and win over the Vols.
Yeah,
Come on now.
He's got probably got a good, I don't know, what's that, a 24 by 15 there?
Man.
Little poster, Jody Meeks.
Notice he got that BBN shirt on. He ain't got no Norcross jersey.
Yeah, he's got the Kentucky
I don't
jersey
think
on.
they took pictures of him when he was
Same
at
color,
Norcross.
same color.
They ain't take pictures of him when he was at Norcross. The support wasn't there.
Oh, you kidding me?
The support wasn't
House
there.
of Blues. We believe that we will win.
The
Remember that?
support wasn't
Remember that?
there.
We believe that we will win.
You got that from Duke because y'all like the fake Blue Devils. Ain't sent nobody to Duke from Norcross.
Oh no, we do got
Jordan
Courtney.
Goldwire, don't
Yeah,
they?
we got Jordan
Oh,
Goldwire.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did. One of my students.
Thor on the left wing. Pump fakes, shovels it off to the right side. Quincy A picks up his dribble, and that runs out of time. Shot clock violation.
They're not running their offense right now. They got to run their offense. The ball. One of the big things about high school basketball is you got to get paint touches, where the ball touches the paint and either goes up or is kicked out for an open shot.
Who's really doing that on a consistent level? Sharif Cooper, Davon Smith, Caleb Murphy. We need more of that. I agree with you.
Hill into the paint.
Kick
Loses
it up,
on the
kick
way
it
up.
up.
Turned it over.
Norcross
Up
on
top.
a break.
Pass.
Thor shows it
Pass.
out. Two-handed dunk.
Good pass.
Behind the back.
Man, JT's got some tools, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Norcross 8 assists on 11 made buckets in the first half. They continue that here in the second. Three ball from straight away. No good.
They're just going to keep shooting, huh?
Strong rebound by Taylor. Up the floor for Eskridge. All the way to the far
Give me
corner.
that, Jay.
Three ball Harris. No good. Rebound by Hill. Hill going to take on the world. Picks up his dribble all the way in the lane. Right hand scoop off the glass and good.
With the minty shoes.
Hill will continue coming at you, man. That's the sort of player he is. I love that about him. He's going to continue coming at you.
Hill's got double figures now with 12. JT Thor in the corner. Finds a teammate. Long three ball here. Left it short, no good. Rebound for Giddens. Giddens brings the ball up the floor. Thor gets a beat on it there, but it might have came off the fingernails of Terrence Edwards, and it does. A turnover for Norcross.
Good hustle.
And replay. Oh, nice pass. A little dipsy-do, dunkaroo, as Dick Vitale would say.
Will Campbell's in the game.
Yeah, Will Campbell coming off the bench, running the point for the Blue Devils.
Good
That's
kick.
what I'm talking about.
Right back to him.
Campbell on the left wing. He'll drive in.
Nice
Looking to dish. Does it
basketball
again.
right there.
Second look for Quincy
Nice
A. Right
basketball
through and
right there.
good.
Nice basketball right
Paint
there.
touches. Paint touches.
That's what you said, Edwards.
The more paint touches you get, the more you make the defense shift and make mistakes.
Campbell's looking a lot more comfortable today than he has early part of the season.
They're in running the point. Jaden Hill picks up his dribble. Fade away, 19-footer, no good.
Decisions. What we got?
All the way to the floor. Campbell bounce pass, trying to connect with Taylor, couldn't.
Might have been his only bad decision today.
Tucker to run out. Euro step. Right hand layup on the left side is good for Edwards.
He should have took the shot. He had the layup. He's trying to be too unselfish.
Yeah.
You gotta just play the game. Play the game. Take what the defense gives you.
Minute 10 remaining in this third quarter. Still an 11-point deficit for Tucker. Kept in play by Eskridge, and this is going to benefit the Tigers. And a run out off the glass and good. Back-to-back buckets for Terrence Edwards. That cuts the deficit to 9. That was a deficit at halftime. We're at it here again toward the end of the third quarter.
This game is not over.
That was just sloppy basketball on the part of the Blue Devils.
So Campbell trying to call the play as he crosses the timeline. Campbell sticks to the right hand between the circles. Picks his dribble up, shovels it over to Eskridge.
Too far away from the basket.
Now to Thor. Thor on the front store.
Give
He'll
me
pull
that.
up jumper. Too strong, way too strong off the glass. Tigers in another out. There's Edwards trying to make it 3 in a row. Might have walked, might have traveled, but he gets the bucket instead.
Tough finish right there. Tough finish.
We got a game on our hands.
6 in a row for Terrence Edwards. They've cut the deficit to 7. This is the closest that the Tigers have had it since the first quarter.
Tucker is putting the brown thing in the round thing.
Campbell throws it to the official. He can't catch and shoot, even despite the mock collar. 8.1 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Tucker trying to take a lot of the air out of the building here with one final possession in the third quarter. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Hot hand. Edwards, no good.
So they took the one shot that they have not made the entire game to end the third quarter. Yeah.
Not wrong. Not wrong. 47-40 is your score. We'll stay right here with you as the end of the third quarter is upon us. We've got 1 8-minute frame left here between Norcross and Tucker. We revisit some of our storylines from the beginning of the broadcast. Mark, you mentioned it. Forced Tucker to shoot from beyond the perimeter. They've got 1 3-pointer in this contest. Started 0 for 13 in the first half. For Tucker to get back into this contest, you've seen so many teams exert so much energy to get back in it, but to take the lead is a different story. How do they do it?
If they can be disciplined on defense and just kind of stay the course, keep the pressure on Norcross, because they really are putting a lot of pressure on them and making them make bad decisions. And Norcross they're playing a little too unselfish. There are times where they just make a simple play. They're trying to make the fancy pass and so forth. They've got to play within themselves, run their offense to get buckets. I mean, Norcross, I don't know, they're underachieving right now. I had higher hopes for them, at the beginning of the game. I got to see more playmaking from them. I mean, like I said, they're unselfish, but it's too much. Make the simple play. That's what they need to do.
Forrest, for you like Will Campbell the most on the floor here. Will we see him the most in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think he needs to be on the floor because he's doing the best job in terms of taking care of the basketball. Norcross needs to take care of the ball in order for them to maintain this lead and win. Tucker needs to extend the defense in order for them to get into this game and win, as opposed to just getting back into the game.
You gonna autograph that box score too there, Horace?
Yeah, I think I may do that, man. Let me get a pen.
0 for 16, I apologize there. I thought Hill in transition might have knocked down a 3. 0 for 16 are Tucker from beyond the arc in this contest. 47-40 as we begin the fourth frame. And Will Campbell, not only the only bench player on the floor, as is Yak to start the game. He knocked down a 3 in the first half, and we see him for the first time in the second half to start the fourth.
Lazy defense.
Here's Edwards all the way to the rack. Can't get the first, but an easy one on the second. He's got 8 in a row right now for Tucker.
That's going to be, like I said, the Achilles heel for Norcross. Defense. As a team, their team defense isn't where it should be. For the kind of talent that they have, they're giving up way too many shots at the basket.
Cutting to the basket, missing the basket, but getting the foul will be Quincy A. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. 7:07 remaining in this game. Just a 5-point ball game here in the fourth quarter. In front of a packed house at the House of Blues. History, tradition, and honor all around. Jody Meeks' jersey retired in between the last 2 games. It's our pleasure to have him here on SUV TV, surrounded by family and friends and a lot of impactful people in his life, in the community that he has made the greatest impact in here in Atlanta.
You know, we've seen Norcross basketball in this game, but they also have 17 turnovers.
Trying to do too much.
To Tucker's 10 turnovers. Yeah.
Pair of free throws go through good. 7-point advantage for the Blue Devils. Getting into the paint again is Berrien. Berrien will get a bucket and harm.
Exactly what we just talked about. There's no way in high school basketball, if you're being taught correctly, there's no way in the world a player should be allowed to drive from the top of the key all the way to the basket. So now Quincy Ademokoyo.
Quincy A.
Quincy A.
Not sure if that was a foul.
No, I mean, not the fact that it was a foul. He
faked at him. He faked at him.
He should have stepped in for the charge. They haven't hit a three-pointer the entire game. Why would I go out there for the pass?
He has.
Norcross knocked down three. Quincy
he has, yeah.
Quincy A has.
They haven't. Tucker hasn't. They're 0 for life.
That's Quincy's 4th three-pointer in this contest. Knocks it down and gives it an 8-point advantage for the Blue Devils and a timeout for Jesse McMillan to recoup here. 6:46 remaining here in the fourth. The hometown Blue Devils lead 52-44. Matt Mahoney alongside Mark Edwards and, of course, Naismith here on SUV TV. 3rd annual Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic will conclude with this contest here. We want to thank everybody for playing along all weekend long here. Another successful event for the wonderful people at both Naismith, the Atlanta Hawks, Norcross, SUV TV, and our great sponsors that have been able to make this happen.
Only reason Horace comes to this game is because the name Naismith is involved and
this
it's
is
at
my
Norcross.
event. This is my event.
That's the only reason he comes to these games.
If Jody's jersey isn't on the wall, you coming today?
No, he's not.
Always, man.
No,
I'm a fan of the game. I'm gonna be here.
TV booster. He watches the game on SUV TV like
if
everybody
there's
else.
hoops to be played, I'm there.
He's a
YMCA,
TV booster.
Ben Hill, whatever rec center there is, I'm there.
Tucker, after the timeout, will have the basketball. Tucker will put on the floor. Christian Yates will make an appearance for the first time. Running the point will be Berrien. They both have both Edwards and Hill on the floor, as well as David Giddens. Giddens gets it in the left side on the baseline. 6-footer, no good. Rebound for Campbell. Campbell up the floor.
Need a good possession right here.
Eskridge all the way into the right block. Right hand, can't get it to go.
Yeah, that was trapped.
Tucker coming back the other way. Berrien all the way to the rack. Kick out. Loses the ball and the shot on the way up is Edwards. Somehow gets it back, goes over top of Yat, but can't get it to go. Thor with a rebound.
Outlet.
Thor. Campbell on the streak.
We need a good possession.
Cross-court
right here,
pass, 3-ball near corner, right through and good for Kevon Eskridge.
Whenever you convert, that's a good possession.
That's at least Will Campbell's 6th or 5th.
Now Tucker needs to come back and have a good possession.
Inside 6 here, Thor pressuring Edwards. And again, to Mark's point, pressuring on the perimeter.
Why?
Literally losing his dribble is Hill as he gets stuck in traffic.
Why would I run out there to DeMonte Hill and they have not hit a three-pointer ever? Have they hit a three-pointer this season?
Yeah, they've hit a few.
Well, they're 0 for 16 as we know now, tonight.
Heat check that, Kevon.
Good pass.
Quincy A with a heat check.
Shot.
It bounces off the front of the rim and gets a shooter's roll to go.
Shooter finding a shooter. Shooter finding a shooter. That's a beautiful thing.
Edwards got the hot hand in the second half. Locked up with Thor. Now we get a whistle and a
I'll tell you what, when you have a 6'10" player that can guard a perimeter player like JT was just doing, that's valuable.
Yeah. I think Norcross should shoot more threes, especially if you're under the shot clock. They put up about 22, 23 threes this game. I think for them to be at their best, they need to put up almost 30 threes a game. Because you got two high-level shooters in Quincy A and Kevon Eskridge. I think they should put up a lot of threes. Each of those players should be getting up at least 7 threes a game.
And should be able to spread the floor with those guys too as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's great for Thor. That opens it up.
Yep.
Let those point guards get some paint touches, kick it out for 3, throw it down low to the big, let them throw it out for 3, throw it back down low. It just opens up passing lanes, cutting lanes.
For Norcross out of the timeout. Thor, Yat, Eskridge, Quincy A, and Campbell. A little 1-3-1 action. Campbell underneath the basket. They kick out. Ball fake for Hill. Hill drives in the paint. Too much traffic there. Thor comes away with it. Puts it on the floor. Keeps it with his left hand. Will find Yat. Yat all the way in. Collects his dribble and missed the layup.
Got a flat tire in that play.
Like somebody shot him in the knee.
Tucker in transition. Dishes it out. Right hand. It's no good either, but we get a late whistle.
They called that?
Late whistle by your friend.
No neck. A necklace ref. You called that?
Let's see the replay.
He let Sharif Cooper get body slammed and then call it. And then, what did he? I told you he ain't got no neck. He couldn't see nothing. He couldn't turn.
Well, it's tough to
That's
call
just a missed layup.
to make that call 40 feet from the basket.
With no neck. You got to look up. You got to tilt back for him to see the call.
And look at that.
Did he shoot an
air
air
ball on a free throw.
Oh, hey.
Just look at
Hey,
the
somebody
referee's
shut
face.
the door. hey, security, could y'all shut the door over there?
There's a breeze
big
came in.
breeze that blew in and just.
Second free throw.
Yeah.
Somehow it
He made
goes.
the second one. Shut the door.
So now we get some pressure by Tucker on their point guard. Again, this is the backup. Christian Yeats performs a turnover. Now
That
we get
is the younger brother of Daniel Giddens, who's now at New Hampshire?
No, he's at Vermont.
Vermont.
Why he's all the way up there in Vermont, I don't know.
Formerly of
But
Ohio
hey,
State and Alabama.
He got his degree, so I'm happy for the young man. He's an
Great
intelligent
kid.
young man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
One of our favorites.
I tell you what, Coach Hartree is one of my most favorite animated coaches, man, in high school basketball.
That Tucker right there with the.
Yeah, he's animated, man. I like Hartree. He does a good job getting the best out of his kids.
Norcross in the half court. Gets into Thor. Thor at the free
Good
throw line.
kick.
Kicks out to
Good
Yeet.
kick.
Yeet. No three. No good. Comes back out to Thor to fresh 30. Quick three ball right wing. It's right through and good for Quincy A.
Quincy A says, I don't need a fresh 30. I just need 3.
Norcross needs to take at least 33s a game. For them to win the state championship, it'll be done from the outside.
61-45 here. 18-footer, it's no good.
Make
Rebound
that pass.
by Yat.
4-on-2 fast
Cook
break.
got it. Good
Yat
pass.
dumps
Good.
it off.
Oh, a little too extra. Too extra.
Extra pass knocked
There you
away.
go. Give me
Finds
that,
another
Q.
open
Give me
three.
that, Q.
Quincy A is red hot.
I love it. Good basketball.
I've got him down for 5 threes in this contest. Norcross with their biggest advantage, up 19 with 4 minutes to play. 0 for 17. Rings true.
0 for the season.
I like it. Slow it down a little bit.
I'm going to give the coaching staff the phone number to Dr. Dish from Tucker. Let them get a shooting machine or something, because this is no good. This is no bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno.
Foul on Barryon, guarding the basketball at midcourt.
What did they used to tell you back in the day when you pass it to a cat and he's consistently missing shots? And they say, well, he's open.
There's a reason
There's
he's
a
open.
reason why he's
There's
open.
a reason he's open.
Leave him open.
Campbell trying to control the basketball here. 3.5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Norcross flexing their 7A muscles, trying to claim one of the best teams in the state, not only in the 7A classification, but in all of Georgia. Look at off
This
the
guy
ball
is
whistle.
Too involved
That's
in
your
this
boy,
game.
man. That is your boy.
Necklace. A little shirt, a little no neck.
Oh, man.
What's the score? Is 62 to 45?
I think 64.
19
Up 19. Another three-pointer on the way. Make it 1 for 18
Oh,
now.
1 for life. He looked like he was on the line.
He might have. You're right. They only gave him 2.
They gave him 2?
It's 1 for 17 now. All the way into the rack. Yeet all the way over to Thor. Thor tried to put back his own dunk. It comes off the rim.
That's elite.
No bucket.
That's elite. Elite arm length.
Terrence Edwards,
Don't
free
get
ball.
carried.
No
Don't get
good.
carried away.
And now stepping out of bounds, trying to regroup.
Because that last bucket wasn't a 3, right?
I'm trying to think about this. It was
it looked like a 2 to
64,
me.
45.
His foot was on the line, I
Yeah,
think.
they gave him 3.
They
But I
gave
think
him
they
3?
gave him 3, but his foot, I
Okay.
think his foot was on the line too.
That dude with the neck, yes, that was his call. He couldn't see it.
Campbell draws a double team. Gets some help from Quincy A. Up the floor to Eskridge.
Don't
Eskridge
jump
to
with
the
him.
lob to Thor. And Thor almost ended someone's life. He picked up a foul.
David Giddens, you've seen your brother dunk on enough people to know. Don't jump with that man. Leave that man alone.
Keep your feet. Keep your feet, son.
Just stay on your feet.
JT Thorpe, first free throw right through and good.
Once you get dunked on really hard one good time, it changes you.
I mean, I got dunked on really hard one good time.
Did it change
you? Did you change, man?
Did it change your perspective on life?
So I realize sometimes, guess what? Don't jump.
Stay on your feet. I got caught one good time. I just thought I was going to just time it perfectly, and he hammer timed me.
Man, we played UConn in the game, and I was a freshman. Tried to hustle back on my turnover.
Freshman.
And I went and reached. And I grabbed Mike McKay was his name. I grabbed his shorts as he was banging it on me, and I slid into the bleachers. And I turned around and I said, "Did he make it?" He said, "Yeah, N1."
So the referee actually had to run towards you and point at you and say N1.
I never tried it again.
Yeah. Did you come back out of the bleachers? You just stay there.
Leave that man alone.
If I'd have stayed there, it would have been too embarrassing. I had to get up.
Yeah.
Shake it off, like they say.
Minty shoes.
First free throw,
Them
no good.
It's distracting his eyeballs at the bottom.
The spearmint is
the minty shoes.
Javonte Hill.
Fear of God, fear of mint. Don't wear them shoes no more.
I tell you, Tucker's got a chance to. I think where are they? 5A. I think they're 5A.
6A now.
6A.
6A.
I think Tucker has a real chance of winning that this year.
Yeah, if they play some teams that can't hit jump shots like them.
Well, you know what? I've seen them make shots. They obviously having a bad game today.
Contagious.
Not really their thing, but I've seen them make shots.
Yeah.
Thor in the middle of that defense, trying to keep possession. He does. Finds Campbell. That's always a good idea. Casual three-pointer far side, no good. Tucker comes away with it. Still a monstrous disadvantage here. Down 17 with less than 2 minutes remaining. Three ball, it's no good
keep
either.
hoisting them. They're going to keep hope alive.
I think from a stat standpoint, they're going to be 1 for 20, but I don't think we think there's a consensus. The one shouldn't have counted. Three ball for Norcross by Campbell. It's no good.
That was a charity three.
Here we go. We believe that we will win.
6 seconds remaining. Here comes Horace's favorite part of the night.
Come on, can you hear it?
Nah, because back in the days, you had the Norcross shirts.
It'd be the whole section. It'd be the whole
section. They all have the same. Don't jump at that man.
Thor brings down the whole section with a two-handed dunk. 90 seconds to glory. There's Terrence Edwards trying to make something of his second half. Edwards leading the way in scoring with 21. Now make it 23 for the Tigers. Thor too casual with that bucket. Right hand scoop shot's good, isn't it?
Yeah, JT Thor, he's just got a few bad habits. He's got to shore up. It's the little things.
I think Norcross has got to really build on the good parts of this game.
Yeah.
The sharing of the basketball, I think, is the biggest thing they did today that I hadn't seen. It's probably the 5th time I've watched them play this year. And they did a really good job of making an extra pass.
So with a little bit more information than what I quizzed you guys in the second quarter, give it to me one more time. Your Final Four in the 7A. What you know today?
I'm looking at Norcross, McEachin, Grayson, and I gotta go with a wild card. I know Mark doesn't want to go with a wild card. They're young, they're up and coming. They're gonna cause some problems. Milton.
No, I like. I think it'll be between Milton. I think it'll be between Milton and Wheeler.
Yep. We certainly appreciate everybody that's tuned in here to SUV TV. Another successful campaign for the Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic. They're starting to expand this event even more now with a Thanksgiving Hawks-Naismith event, and now the traditional one coming around the Christmas holiday season. And so Norcross ends on a good note for the House of Blues. Everybody's going to go home happy. Norcross will continue their undefeated season at 9-0. Tucker's going to suffer their first loss at 12-1.
You know what? Speaking of
I
that,
really appreciate everybody coming out to my event.
Oh God!
This weekend, it's been a pleasure.
Whose jersey did they retire tonight? Was it Jody's or his?
Mine was his.
Man,
he did more interviews. He was on the Mike Morning
He
show.
signed more autographs.
He was on the other interview. He did this interview.
It's been a
he
pleasure.
Was on the floor.
It's been a pleasure.
I think you know that referee with no neck too. I think that shit got.
I know them all. That's why I know the bad ones.
So I was on one quick note. I mean, I guess it's a criticism. When we talked about our Final Four and we were saying wild card, it might be between Milton and Wheeler. I mean, I think we're omitting, East Coweta. But just me personally, I don't know what kind of schedule they play leading up to these events, which I think that kind of hurt them last year. I don't think they were battle tested enough.
Sure.
Because when region play came around, it didn't do well.
Right.
And then in the state tournament, it didn't do well. And based on their overall season record, they should have gone further in the tournament.
Right.
Another 3.
They're going to give him
2
another
for
3,
30.
but I think his foot was
The
on the line,
whole leg was on the line.
It'll be 2 for 21 in the book.
Upper torso was on the line.
And again, they've cut it to 9 with 45 seconds remaining here.
This was a
Norcross has
point
been real
shaving.
sloppy.
Yeah,
they had 17 turnovers when we looked, right, end of the third quarter. The last 2 minutes of this game, they've had about 4.
Yeah.
They've got to get that taken care of. They're being too nonchalant with the basketball. So back to East Coweta. East Coweta, they should be in events like this. This is how you get battle tested for the season. We need to see you in the elite events. Don't play in the local tournaments in your neighborhood. No, we need to see. Right now, coach from East Coweta, that's my guy. But you guys are on the duck. You guys are ducking right now. You're ducking competition. I need you to step up next year. I need y'all to get in these events. We want to see you. The crowds want to see you. The people want to see you. This is a no-duck season state. It's not allowed. We need you in these high-level events because it'll prepare the kids as well. So I don't know where
You've been put on notice. I like it.
I don't know where they're going in during the holidays. They might be, have a little high-level schedule, but I haven't seen them in the major events. That's what I want to see. And at that point, I think we could consider them one of the top teams. But right now, we just haven't seen enough of them to even put them in the wild card conversation.
I mean, I think they're that second tier. Them, Langston Hughes, I think they're in that second tier of teams that could do some damage in the playoffs.
Who's your sleeper? Sleeper to go far in the playoffs. To do well.
Sleeper.
Yeah. That you think they're going to turn around.
Who could shock some people?
They could shock some people.
That get some upsets along the way?
Yes.
Chattahoochee.
They played here last night.
Yeah. And then, the team that is underperforming, Pebblebrook.
Yeah.
That's the sleeper.
I was underwhelmed by them yesterday.
Yeah. They're underperforming.
That's the sleeper for me. But they shouldn't be a sleeper. They're somebody who we expect to be good.
They should be on that front level.
They have a lot of Division I talent on the team, so we expect more.
Yeah.
So again, free throw shooting contest on the way for Norcross. They'll be in the bonus on the next foul here, and that's what Jesse McMillan is going to talk about, getting this ball inbound to the proper personnel so they can walk the length of the floor, knock down a couple of free throws with 34 seconds remaining, and put this one in the books.
6 minutes ago, it was a 19-point lead for Norcross.
Yes, it was.
I am not happy how they finished. It was
at both the end of the first half and now the end of the second half too as well.
Yeah.
Sloppy ball handling.
I'm curious to see what the final turnover stats are going to be for Norcross.
Too many.
25.
Too many. But again, I want to thank everybody who's participated and followed along all weekend long here on SUV TV. Another successful event for us. Certainly, Mark and Horace, it's my honor to sit next to you guys and call some games and talk some basketball this weekend. It's been a ton of fun.
Oh, it's been great. I love it.
Remember, kids, put the brown thing in the round thing. That's the game of basketball. Put the brown thing in the round thing.
So here it is for Norcross. Got to get that round thing inbound first.
Are we talking oval team? What are we talking?
There's your boy. There's your boy.
Are we talking oval team?
Off the ball foul on the inbound.
Oh, boy.
By your boy.
Dude with no neck and hair all down. Is that what? Man. Somebody get that man a fade or something.
The way Tucker is scoring the basketball, I'm taking my players off the line, man.
That little shirt.
We got to take them off the line, sit back and play defense.
Long pants, little shirt.
Okay, everybody off the line.
Will Campbell converts the first.
Pull him back.
You said Lil Campbell like Lil Neck or no? Huh? Nah, we just having fun here.
Oh. Campbell's second one on the way.
I like Campbell.
Steady.
It's good as well. 9-point lead for Norcross.
You know they launching a 3.
Tucker with the basketball.
I don't know why.
There's Hill. Hill finds a spot, launches it, leaves it short, no good.
He shoots on a 15-foot basket.
See,
his shots are too high.
The last 3 minutes of the game, that play right there is just a definite picture of the last 3 minutes. Josh Taylor just casually going after that rebound. You got to go ahead and get that thing. The game's not over. We could have an Isaiah Thomas moment.
Ooh.
That 13 points in.
I think it was 16. Wasn't it 16 points in like
in a minute and 15 seconds or something like that?
It's crazy.
Josh Taylor misses the front end of the 1-on-1. Tucker down 9 with the basketball. 18 seconds remaining. Another three-pointer. It's no good. Tipped off the glass. No good either.
They've got too much height not to get those rebounds.
Now another three-pointer. It's short. No good. Tipped back. No good either. 8 seconds remaining, and now Norcross controls, and they'll win the contest.
He's going to windmill it.
Thorne went between the legs, was out of bounds, and we're just going to let that clock melt away.
That's a 10-foot rim, son.
A little showtime. I know Coach McMillan was not happy with
He's
that.
not going to be happy with that.
Not happy with that
He's
at
not
all.
going to be happy with anything right now. I look at his facial expression. He is
Yeah,
not
they didn't
happy.
finish the game well. It was a great win because I tell you, Tucker is a really good team. But the end of that game, he was not happy with the last 4 minutes of that game.
Final score, Norcross 72-63 over Tucker. Gentlemen, final thoughts here as we wrap things up for the 3rd annual Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic.
Well, I think Norcross has some things to build on that I saw today, and that was, again, sharing in the basketball. Tucker's really got to work on perimeter shooting, and if that's not your thing, they need to play with a faster pace, a faster tempo, in order to get teams to kind of a helter-skelter game, in order for them to be successful long-term.
Mark?
For me, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good I saw is Norcross unselfishness as far as, sharing the basketball with each other. The bad is their turnovers, not taking care of the ball enough, being a little bit too unselfish at times. And the ugly are all the jump shots that Tucker took today from beyond the three-point line.
I'm still not convinced they made a 3. The box scores will say they made 2, but I'm not convinced they made either one of them.
Yeah, I'm not buying out. Those are charity threes, but hey, referee had no neck. You can't see that well. I'm not going to talk about people who are disabled. It's a disability. I looked it up. It's a disability. No neck, necklace, ref. But we got to keep those people employed as well. He's a person too. Look at these final stats here.
Give it to me.
2 for 24 from the three-point line by Tucker. That's what I call the ugly. Then the bad, look at Norcross, who had 23 turnovers. And the good is the win. And they had 20 assists. So that's good.
On 25 buckets.
On 25 buckets, 20 assists.
There it is.
So I think it was broken down perfectly.
Yep. Gentlemen, an absolute pleasure. Thanks for joining us here. For all you guys back home on SUV TV, congratulations. Jody Meeks night here on day 2 of the Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic.
Thank you.
He's showing off his Jody Meeks signed poster, Mr. Horace-Naismith.
Make sure he gets to the parking lot safely with that thing on there.
Need some security, get to the parking lot, sir.
Security. For Horace-Naismith, Mark Edwards, I'm Matt Mahoney signing off here from Norcross. So long, everybody. This has been a SUV presentation of the Hawks-Naismith Holiday Classic. Happy holidays, everybody.